Sports for Real with Coach Hall. Today we're back on the 48 Laws of Power and we're up to Law 12, which is use selective generosity to disarm your victim. Now, when you first hear that title, how can you be generous when you know right away that you're going into a combative situation with an opponent? It's kind of hard to be generous in a situation like that. So it took me a while to figure out an angle that would cover this particular law. But then I thought about the 1991 Monday Night Football game when Philadelphia went to the Astrodome to take on the high-flying Houston Oilers. In that case, Warren Moon was the quarterback, and he was averaging at least 400 yards a game throwing the ball, and once or twice he even eclipsed the 500-yard mark. So this was a wide-open offense, which is kind of the basis of what you're seeing today, especially in the lower levels like college and high school, but not so much in the NFL anymore. But Moon had it going. He was a perennial all-star, and he had some wide receivers, and at that time he had Drew Hill and Haywood Jeffries. They were lighting up defenses. So Buddy Ryan, he's known for being creative with his defenses and, designing something to try to take away the strengths of his opponent. Kind of what Bill Belichick gets credit for, but Buddy Ryan was even before he was. Now, Houston, they were running pretty much a run and shoot, four wides. Very rarely did they run empty, but, they kept four wides and a back, and I think it was Miles Davis who was the OC at the time. So what Philadelphia did to disarm their victim, they just designed a defense that allowed Houston to throw the ball. You want to throw? Okay, go ahead and throw it. But it was a trap. They let Houston throw the ball, and as soon as they caught it, they were going to light them up. And sure enough, like no other defensive performance I ever seen where you didn't get a shutout, they let Houston catch the ball, and as soon as they caught it, bam, lit them up. You want to go across the middle? Okay, catch it. We'll be right there waiting on you. Bam, light them up. And that's what I consider as football. You got a strength. Okay, I'm going to combat your strength with a slick invention of my own, and I'm going to make you pay for it. Now, the beauty of it all, that was back in 1991 where guys can actually play some football. If the same situation existed today, they probably wouldn't be able to play that defense against Houston because of the soft rules. Now you got targeting, and then you being unsportsmanlike, and all these things that don't make sense in a physical, violent game. How is it that you can be playing a physical, violent game, and when you get physically violent, it's all of a sudden a penalty? Now, there are obvious penalties when you are unsportsmanlike and you go overboard, and you should be penalized. After the whistle, hitting a guy in the wrong place on purpose, those are penalties. You're going to kill somebody. But between the whistles and you get a form tackle on the guy, and the helmets are there to protect you just in case you do happen to glance against somebody else's head as you make the tackle, you should be able to allow to hit the guy. Don't give a penalty because it looks like the tackle was too hard. Hey, I thought that what football was all about. If you're playing a game, you know you're going to get hit. But in this particular case, it opened people's eyes to what a defense can do. And of course, that's when the rule changes begin. If you haven't noticed, all the rules in football are designed to make the offense better. Pretty soon, they're going to just have the defense out there standing in place, and the guy's going to go out for a pass, and wherever he catches is probably going to be down. It's the only thing that separates them from flag football. And they've been playing flag football in the Pro Bowl now, so it's just a matter of time before flag football comes into play. And the question is, who's going to pay to see that? People come to the games because they want to see somebody get hit. And Buddy Ryan came up with the plan to be generous to the Oilers and make them a victim when they caught the ball. So you can catch it all day or try to catch it, but as soon as you put your hands on that ball, we're going to light you up. And I think that's the only way to play some football. Good coaching, good playing, good results. Nobody gets hurt. You shake hands and you move on. That's football. Sports for real.